Can we talk now? Okay.
Going, but we're getting there. We're pretty much there.
Soda.
I'll fade her in. There we go. Oh, welcome everybody. Gaming Mike here, along with AC Gamer.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello. How's it going? AC Gamer, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Excellent, excellent. Just making sure everything's looking good, sounding good out there. Awesome. It's Jolt. It's Jolt time. We're going to talk about video game news. We're going to talk about entertainment news. We're going to tell you what's what and what's happening and the latest controversy. I haven't really heard much controversy lately other than the usual complaints about stuff like how the female characters look in Spider-Man 2. But that's hardly worth mentioning.
Right. Yeah. kind of a slow.
It's not
kind of a slow news week this
Yeah.
this week. So not a whole lot.
hardly a controversy at this point. More like just the usual complainers complaining their usual complaints.
Right. But you know, we had two gigantic video game releases. We had Spider-Man 2
Yes, we did.
and the news
And that's been going great.
and the new Super Mario Brothers.
All right. And have you played that? I forgot to even ask you.
I have not played either of these games. I really want to.
Yeah, you planning to get the Mario game?
I've kind of yes, I want to play Mario. I've told myself until I finish Baldur's Gate 3,
Ah.
I can't buy another video game. I just can't. Like, you got to finish it. You got to finish it through.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat, AC Gamer?
Exactly. So that's what I'm telling myself. I mean, yeah, both these games look fantastic, but I can always go to the Gaming Mike channel and watch you play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I've done 2 long streams of it, 8 hours and 5 hours. So I'm 13 hours into the game. I think I'm getting I think in one more long stream, like 5 hours or less, I think I'll be able to hit the end point of the game and finish it up. And I'm actually hoping to do that tonight on the channel. I'm going to give it a go and see how close to the ending we get, because it's been very juicy and delicious as video games go. I love the series so far, and this latest installment, Spider-Man 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, has been... no, it's certainly not any worse than the other games, and probably better. The storyline so far has been great. The gameplay is fantastic as always. That juicy combat, I love it so much. It reminds me, it's like, you know, kind of like the Batman Arkham series too, but these Spider-Man games have it, the same style of combat where it's all about the long combos and timing your dodges and fighting off giant gangs of enemies all at once. It's fantastic.
Nice.
So that's the tangent I got off on that.
I've been hearing a lot of great stuff, like because, you know, technically Spider-Man 1, the first one, was a PS4 game. So they're saying like this is a PS5 game. Like, you can like just like snap immediately between Miles and Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's really smooth, the switching. I don't know about snapping. That sounds like a bit of a misnomer, actually. You got to pull up a menu and then hold the button. So it's not like super quick, but it's whenever you want to. When you're out on the open world, you can do it whenever you like. So if that's what snap switching means, then yes, you can do that.
Yeah,
it is whenever you want to.
I'd always heard like so like when you're being one Spider-Man, the other Spider-Man is like just off doing his own stuff. And there was one review that I said just like, oh, I was just like swinging it around, and there was like an alert that I had to go beat up these bad guys. And then like Peter Parker was just already there. He was like beating up these guys. Yeah. And then they were just like, oh, hey, Miles, what's up, Peter?
Yeah, I've had it happen a few times where I run into the other Spider-Man while I'm out there. It's fun. It's nice. It's a nice touch. Plus you do like some automatic double finishers sometimes when you hit your finisher buttons. the other one will just jump in there and you do like a 2-for-1. You both do, kick the guy in the face or whatever, web him up.
Oh man.
But it's like combo team style, so it's real fun. And it's not like they did it without burdening the gameplay. Like you're still in there doing your fight. It doesn't mess you up in your flow of your combos or anything. It's just like a nice enhancement when the other guy is there. Sometimes he just helps you out with a finisher or two, or
nice.
punches an enemy that you knocked his way, stuff like that. It's been really fantastic for that. The gameplay good as ever. They've updated it nicely, and the switching between the two is fun. The way the storyline is going is real choice between the two Spider-Mens. They're playing off of each other very well, especially after the setup of the first two games, where you got to know Peter and then you got to know Miles. In the Miles Morales game, Peter was off in Symkaria or something, I think, and doing something.
In town with Mary Jane, and so
it
was just all Miles. No, so I'm interested to see how like they bounce off each other, because they're kind of like probably like in like their own very own universes as far as like the time of their lives, because Miles is like, he's a kid, and this Peter Parker is like the older Peter Parker, which is we never get to see really.
Yeah, he's slightly older, I'd say. Like he's still like he still plays like an awkward teenager when he's trying to interact with people, but I guess that's just Peter Parker.
Right.
Yeah. But it's fun to see, and he's become the mentor for Miles. So Miles is just coming of age in this. He's like about to graduate high school. He's applying for college, and he's turning that corner in his life. So he's going through all that, where Peter Parker's already been through it, and as Spider-Man, so they've got that unique bond between them of being freaky mutants.
Nice. So I'm wondering, I mean, if they don't do it in this game, but I'm wondering if they're going to build up to like, okay, we got two Spider-Mans. What if you could be Venom? Or what if you can be Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if she'll show up. That'd be interesting. Well, they've got it. It's real nice so far. And they keep, when they're out on the field, they keep calling each other Spider-Man, individually. I thought that was nice. Like, Peter's just calling Miles Spider-Man, too. No modifiers, no extra words, no alternate title, just Spider-Man. Like, hey, Spider-Man. They just say that to each other. It's a nice touch. But they have it set up. Yeah, you could have a slew of Spider-Mans in a game like this, and it would be great.
In the ultimate timeline where Miles came from, just like you're Spider-Man now. You're just the Spider-Man, because the Peter Parker in that dimension died. I'm glad they're keen to that, and they're not going to give him like a nickname, like, oh, you're the Black Spider-Man. That would sound,
especially not that.
That would sound so awkward and weird.
Yeah, it's a nice touch though, and it's nice. Yeah, their bond is it's fun to watch, and there's a little bit of jealousy brewing between them two at the part. I just got through a stretch of the game where Spider-Man had the black suit on. I think we've seen that in the trailers, so that's not too spoilery, I assume. Plus, I have it on screen right now anyway.
Oh yeah,
on the images.
It's a retelling of the black suit.
Yeah, and they've changed it a little bit in this one from the strict comic book retelling. It's a slightly modified, but they did a little twisty stuff with it where they had me thinking they had completely redone the origin of the symbiote, but they haven't really. They were just kind of cleverly calling it something else at first.
They kind of teased it at the very end of the first game.
Yeah.
Because you saw that Harry Osborn was not in Europe. He was not on a little vacation. He was actually going through kind of like illness or something like that.
Yeah, it was all a clever ruse by the Osborns, the sickly Osborns.
Yeah.
The genetically weak and sickly Osborns. Harry, and that's playing out in this game as well. We see more about what that post-credit sequence was about in the first game.
Yeah,
and we see Harry
Osborn, the mayor, which was Also
Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn.
The dad.
Which was another great twist in that game, was just like, oh, Norman Osborn. Oh, he's the mayor. He runs New York.
Yeah.
And he has
he's the big man.
And he also has this big corporation or whatever.
Yeah. But Oscorp heavily invested in all the technology and gadgetry and genetic kinds of stuff that you want. I think in the first game, right, the spider was at Oscorp. I think it was an Oscorp experiment that bit Peter. I believe so. That's usually the case in Spider-Man.
I don't remember. I think maybe. I don't know.
I think it was all Oscorp related.
But yeah, so anyways, yes. Harry was in this big vat of green liquid, but then also had like this black goop, which I assume is the symbiote. So, as far as you...
sorry, yes it is. I scooted away for a sec because my fan's making a bunch of noise. I'm trying to quiet it down. But yes, you're correct.
Yeah, so... as much as you played, to this point, it was... The symbiote is basically created by Osborn, or is there any kind of, hint that it might be alien?
No, it has said now that it is still the alien symbiote. That's the part that they were starting to make me think was not the case, but it is, after all. It is still. Oscorp just found it a long time ago, and they've been testing it and experimenting with it and doing all kinds of things with it, and then they used it to try to heal Harry of this disease. But now all the usual symbiote things are happening as a result. Including when it switches from... Except they did change, in the comics and everything. It's usually, Jameson's son that gets the symbiote. Brings it back from space. And then Flash Thompson that becomes Venom.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But in this one, it's Harry has the symbiote first. And then it goes to Peter from Harry. And I think we've heard Flash Thompson name dropped in this game, but we've not seen anything about him so far. So I don't know if he's going to show up at all.
I think there was one reference
to
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I think they've mentioned him, name dropped him, but no.
One of the little collectibles you get, people will you drop Flash Thompson.
You faded out a little bit there. What'd you say?
Oh, I said one of the little collectibles in the first game. Peter name drops Flash Thompson.
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah, it's slightly different origin of the symbiotes on Earth, the symbiotes process on Earth before getting to Peter, but then from there, it's been kind of the usual story of what happens to Peter when he gets the symbiote on him, and he starts getting angry, it starts taking over, but we start to see it play out with Miles Morales now, which I've not seen before. I don't know if they've done it in the comics, but he, having Miles see this change in Peter during their mentorship and this time in their lives is a nice... kind of fresh take on the whole Venom thing with Peter, because that plays into how he's reacting and how he starts to fight it off.
Right, because Miles
go ahead.
He's still just like a little kid, and it's like, hey dude, you're supposed to be, looking out for me, you're my mentor. And then when he's just just being out of character and not himself, that could be a little, scary. And
definitely. And then in my last stream I just played through the part, it ended up being Miles that helps him get rid of the black suit and take it off of him and be free of it.
Oh, cool.
Be free of it, and they trap it in this little canister very conveniently. Just scoop it right up once it's off Peter. Just one swoop, Miles just scoops it into a canister, just like that. No big deal. It was kind of dumb.
So, one of the things that Insomniac said was that this Venom, it's not Eddie Brock. So I have my guesses about who it actually is. So that Venom.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens now that the suit's off. That's where I stopped the stream. The suit is off of Peter, and he's going to take it back to Doc Connors to analyze.
You don't know either.
No, not yet. That'll be on my next stream tonight. I should find out tonight, I'm hoping.
Interesting.
I still don't know. But it looks like, I mean, these screenshots and everything they put out, they've got the traditional looking Venom.
They specifically said it's not Eddie Brock.
Okay. I forgot about Eddie Brock. So who did Flash Thompson get it at some point or no? Was I mistaken on that? Did I say the wrong name?
Yeah, well, yeah, he did get it at one point, but Eddie Brock was the first.
It's Eddie Brock. That's right. Sorry, I mixed that up. There's so much spider lore in my brain. I get the names mixed up.
Eddie Brock is who was, you know, Topher Grace and
yeah, and Tom Hardy. Yeah, that's right.
And
thing old Eminem rapped about him.
He was, yeah. I love that song.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, he was kind of like the antithesis of Peter Parker because he was like a big buff guy who was also a journalist at the Bugle. But then one day he just got the symbiote after Spider-Man tore it off. And be like, I'm going to be the better Spider-Man. And
yeah. And there was a lot of inner monologue from Peter in that stretch where he had the suit on of how it was helping him be a better Spider-Man and all this. He was saying that as he was swinging around the city thinking to himself, you know, and you hear all that inner dialogue, inner monologue.
Yeah, so I'm curious. I wonder, I think they must have like some kind of reference to Eddie Brock in this game.
I'm wondering if they will. If I had to guess now, I think I know who would be becoming Venom in this if it's not Eddie Brock. But if it's not the obvious from what the story's been so far, then I don't know.
I have my theories about who it'll be. I mean, gosh. It'll be Harry, or it'll be Norman, or it might even be Craven. Craven might even get the thingy.
Hot damn, I didn't even think of that, but that's even more obvious than what... Wow, yeah, it could totally go that way. Because I just beat the hell out of him, too, in my last stream. That's what we haven't even talked about, is Craven is the, like, the villain so far. He comes to New York hunting all the fantastical folks.
I think it actually might be Craven, because
yeah,
there was a comic book arc where Craven he decided he wanted to be like the better like hunter, and so and this was when Spider-Man had the black suit, but he didn't know that it was Venom yet, the symbiote. And so Craven killed him, or thought he killed him, and buried him alive, and then like Craven took Spider-Man's suit, the black suit, and wore it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
Yeah, you might be right. Ooh, I can't wait to find out. And that would be an interesting take. Plus, with the new Craven movie coming out in the Sony not Spider-Verse, the Spider-Villain-verse. What do they call that? The Sony Spider-Verse? I don't know.
Yeah.
But they have that Craven movie coming out, and they have Tom Hardy already established.
Oh my gosh,
over there.
You might be right. I think, yeah, because in that arc, like, they showed like Craven was just like really crazy. He's just like, I'll be the better Spider-Man. I can do this better than you. He just wore his outfit and was like Spider-Man for a little bit, but then he died.
Yeah, you know what? I remember now the stream, and it was not just that I beat the hell out of him. Spider-Man actually kills Craven in that fight scene. But then that's also the same location where the symbiote comes off of him. So, that could easily be Craven.
Craven's got his own weird backstory in the comics. I don't know about the video game, but he's like kind of like an immortal dude. Like you can't kill him.
Yeah, I think my camera froze up, so I've turned it off. Just as a side note to anybody out there watching, just so you know, I'm going to just leave it off because I think it froze. Sorry about that. But yeah, so Craven, very likely candidate for that, actually. That'll be interesting to see that play out tonight. Hopefully tonight. I think I can stream it tonight. I should have the time. That'll be fun.
Noise.
So that's Spider-Man. That's what I've been playing. I don't know anything else to cover from there. I think that's a pretty good, not too spoilery discussion of the game so far. I mean, you can see the whole story's out there. There's YouTube channels that have the whole thing beat with all final boss, you know, battles up there for watching. So if anybody really wanted to see, they could.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm gonna play it very, very soon. That game looks fantastic.
And I'm looking forward to the trophy cleanup, because it's got the usual kind of open worldy sorts of obstacle courses and go around in collectibles to do. But in the Spider-Man games, I like it just for how fun it is to swing to the different locations. It's all the web swinging.
Yeah,
all the web swinging.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I platinumed the first Spider-Man because it was just so freaking fun to just swing around.
Yeah. And it's been that way with all the open world Spider-Man games since back in the PlayStation 2, I think, is when the first open world Spider-Man game came out.
Yeah.
With the big wide web swinging.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 was like the first one that everybody was just like crazy about.
Yeah.
I had that on GameCube.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that one was so good.
Delivering.
And they've always been that good.
Swinging around the city, delivering pizzas.
Yeah. I would still love to see this one lead into the next game in the series being like a remake of Web of Shadows, which is where the Venom symbiote sort of takes over everything in New York. That one was so good. We've talked about it, I think, a couple times on Jolt before, actually, but it was such a good game.
Well,
it was such a damn good game.
Like other, Marvel characters. Like there was.
Wolverine in a Venom suit. It was awesome.
Yeah, Wolverine. I think there was like Luke Cage. And
I think so.
Just a bunch. Yeah, just like they brought in like the X-Men. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Wicked awesome.
Wicked.
Hey, Mike Young, welcome to it. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here.
But yeah, the other big one was the new Super Mario Brothers game.
Oh, that's right. Super Mario Wonder?
Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And I haven't played it, but it has been getting a lot of great reviews, so I'm really excited to play that one. I definitely want to catch up just to have some old school Super Mario Brothers world. My favorite game. I mean, gosh, it was probably my first game when my parents got me a Super Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers World.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot like that. So I'm super excited to play that.
Heck yes. I was just pulling up the review roundups for both games. Looks like I wanted to see Super Mario Wonder's got a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, a 5 out of 5, a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, and a 9 out of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outlets, and it's missing only 2 points.
Wow. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, sounds to me it might be pretty good. Also, this is something to mention. This is the first Super Mario Brothers game that Mario is voiced by Charles Martinet.
That's right. Yeah, the new voice of Mario is in this Mario.
Yeah, so it's not him, and he even said so, but he's still going to be like the Mario ambassador.
Yeah. I
think it's probably not a matter of like money or stuff. I think he's just, he just wants to retire. He's just getting older.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it forever. I mean, he's been doing it for a long, long time.
Yeah, you only got enough wahoos in your
yeah. You know what's funny? I find myself doing Mario wahoos and yahas a lot in Spider-Man because it's so fun. Oh, they got the web wings. Let's talk about Spider-Man again. They got the web wings, which is like a wingsuit where you're gliding around, and they've set it up. Yeah, that's a nice new mechanic to that game. It's so good, but it gives me that feeling of Super Mario World on Super Nintendo when they gave us the cape, and you could grab the cape and do those pullbacks, and whoop yourself along. It's ever since then, I've loved wingsuiting around. That was the first wingsuit in a video game, wasn't it? For me, anyway, in Super Mario World.
I think so. Yeah. Now that you mention it, gosh, yeah, it is a callback. So
yeah,
the cape.
The wingsuits have just gotten better since then.
Just gliding around.
Yeah, it makes me want to go woohoo. Yeah, I also pulled up the review scores for Spider-Man 2, and it's getting high scores, but not as high as Mario. It's getting some 8s, some 9.5s, 8.5. So not quite as solid of scores, but still very high scores overall.
Oh yeah, I think if you get above an 8 at least, then you're doing fine.
Yeah.
Also, the reviews that I saw were just like the Spider-Man, just like, so it's it's a lot like the last game, But
oh yeah, it's definitely a straight up like a right next one in the line, but it's a good series.
And I loved the Miles Morales game too.
Yeah, they all play. The gameplay is so solid in them. It's just so fun to play.
Yeah,
but they're doing the stories well too.
Give me more of that, yeah. And if the story is great, then A+, my opinion.
What is up with the elephantitis in this game though? Super Mario Wonder. Is that a new item that you grab that turns you into this animal now? And just elephant is the latest animal in the line of animal suits?
Yeah, you become an elephant, and apparently it's like the best power up. I showed you the little video last week where Peach
that's right, yeah,
becomes an elephant, and apparently Bowser's into it.
Oh man, it's perfectly in line with Mario stuff just to turn into an animal. It's just like, I guess it makes sense. Something that makes you go even bigger than usual. That's not too common for those suits, right? Those animal suits. I don't think there's been one that's made you significantly larger, has there? I might be missing one.
I'm trying to think. I mean, there was one that turned you into a drill, or there was one that turned you into like a bee. I'm trying to. Well, I mean, the most famous one was the Toadette mushroom, which turned Toadette into basically Princess Peach. And then they were just like,
oh yeah.
So then, what happens if Bowser put that on? So then he became Bowsette.
Ridiculous.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, the new hype is the elephant one. You put that on, you'd be a big elephant.
Big elephant boy. That's the way it goes.
Why not? I mean,
yeah. Stranger things have happened in Mario World.
And then all of a sudden all the ladies want you because you're an elephant now.
Here's a great, you have the stream up. You see this picture I'm putting up of Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad in cat suits? It's just some fan art that I just saw while I was scrolling.
That was from the last game, the cat suits.
Yeah, that cat suit was something else.
Yeah, they put that in the movie too, where it's just like, you're.
Oh right, yeah. Oh man, Mario! No wonder we love you. Get it, Mario?
I think.
Wonder.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, there was in Mario 3, you can get the Tanuki.
Yeah. See, yeah, it's been a long time tradition to turn into some animal when you grab an item.
Right. Yeah. So.
Or I guess devices, too. Couldn't you turn into a bullet bill at one point? In one of the games?
In Mario Kart, you could.
Oh, Mario Kart. Well, still. That's still in the realm. Crazy. Margarita Garcia's welcome to it. Yes, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for joining us. And Mike Young says his brother found a cool Ultima Online private server and he's played 40 hours in the last 3 days. Mike Young, I'm very happy for you for that. I love that Ultima Online is still going. What kinds of servers are even going for that? Did you ever play Ultima Online, AC Gamer?
No, I actually never did, but I did have a few friends that were really into Ultima.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never got into it. That was like one of the very like, when MMOs were just like.
It was one of the first, graphical MMO games.
Yeah, it was getting huge. I think around that time I was probably playing RuneScape.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit of Ultima before I got into EverQuest. So it was those years before EverQuest when Ultima was...
Yeah.
That was the transition I made anyway, from one to the other.
Yeah, I was playing RuneScape, and probably after that I just graduated up to, World of Warcraft original.
Yeah, nice. Richard Huntington, welcome to it. We're just talking about a little Ultima Online right now.
Ultima, yes. Now that I'm remembering a whole like my friends would keep trying to get me into the game, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't want to pay like $3, $3 a month. I don't have that kind of money. I'm in middle school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks for that. Oh, what was the? We had a notification, but it's not showing. Oh, Richard, thanks for liking over on Facebook. Appreciate you. Let's see. What else we got in the game news this week? We had a few things in the Discord, a few threads going. Some GTA 5 news from Tricky. They put out an update. It sounds like they didn't... a lot of fans were disappointed about the lack of an update about Grand Theft Auto 6 they were expecting. Constantly waiting with bated breath for a Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement. All they want is a trailer and a release date. So Rockstar Games tweeted recently, but still no real news. Yeah, still no real news.
I think I did hear. I saw a headline about that. Wasn't about how like they showed this specific screenshot that meant that they're going to announce Grand Theft Auto 6 on this date specifically.
Yeah, people were waiting for one specific date too. Yeah, there's been a lot of I mean, they got to be hopefully something soon, but yeah, people are getting pretty restless for this game. But they're putting out some mobile releases, some mobile phone releases, like re-releases of older games, Liberty City Stories and Chinatown Wars, or like modifications of older games or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those are fine. I think I remember...
They're spin-off titles.
I think I remember playing or like downloading one of those games on my PSP and playing it, and it was like, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's kind of its own, I think people are like really waiting for like, what is going to be like the next evolution of Grand Theft Auto? Because Grand Theft Auto is in itself is like kind of like so revolutionary, where it's just like you can just like do anything you want to do. And I mean, I know the story is about being a gangster and like being a criminal, but it's just like, I felt that was so revolutionary, where it's just like when I played the Grand Theft Auto 3, it's just like you can just go up to like a this little old woman, just like punch her in the face.
Yeah. And so that's what I did for hours and hours.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what tons of kids and people did. It's just like, oh, you can kind of just like make your own destiny of this game. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be very anticipated. Be like, so how much freedom, like, how much are we going to be able to do? So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be It's going to be a big, big, big deal when it finally arrives.
Exactly.
People are awaiting. Well, we also wait with bated breath. But I also another article from Turkey about Grand Theft Auto 2, though, kind of interesting. They've implemented some AI voice moderation tools to combat the toxicity amongst their community. AI-powered voice moderation tool to tackle toxic behavior in GTA Online. So that's pretty interesting. That's kind of groundbreaking, forefront of technology sort of stuff. It's not really game. It's not the game itself, but as far as moderating communities, using AI to do it might not be a bad idea because somebody's got to do something.
Yeah, because when you are playing those games, you don't want to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
it gets nasty out there. It gets real nasty. I fixed my camera, by the way. Hooray!
Look at you. Look at you.
Did it while I was talking about that article. Multitasking. Richard Huntington is shocked that the GTA community could be toxic. I know, right? You just never expect it from a game like that. Well, for a toxic community.
So strange. I also do enjoy watching the GTA role-playing servers.
Oh, yeah.
Where people
there's some interesting moments that come out of those.
Yeah, just like literally people who are role-playing people, like actual people. So like somebody, I was watching this role play about guys who just wanted to just be cops.
Yeah.
And they were just like literally role playing being a cop. I'm not sure if they were actually cops, but they were just like going through all the movements and like doing.
Yeah, they'll pull people over.
Uh-huh.
It's ridiculous.
But then you see people who are just like, hey, I'm on GTA roleplay. I'm crazy and weird. Blah.
Blah.
And like the other people in the server are just like not having it. Just like, hey, please try to be like a normal character. Or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
funny.
A lot of moderation going on to try to keep it in order.
Yeah, it's so funny.
We got Feely taking off as well. Feely, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you later. And Dark Obsidian, welcome to it. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us for some game news on Jolt here on Gaming Mike's channel. That's GTA. What else did we have this week? We have some news. Oh, did you hear about the Twitch CEO trying to apply for a partnership on Twitch.com? This is not the setup for a joke. This is some news.
No, tell me about it. I don't think I've heard.
The CEO of Twitch applied to be a partner on the platform, and his application was rejected. And he posted about it just kind of as a way to highlight that it's not so easy, and they do have requirements for this stuff, and it's not just anybody that can come and do this, and it's definitely not just a nothing job. I think was kind of why he was posting about it, just to get the word out. But yeah, he applied for partnership to stream and was rejected by his own company. So,
well,
you can definitely trust everything they say, I guess.
So I mean, so he's not like the actual like person in charge. I mean, Jeff Bezos is the guy in charge of Twitch because.
Well, Jeff Bezos is the what, CEO of Amazon? Is he still CEO or did he step down? Is Bezos even the CEO of Amazon anymore? I feel like.
Isn't he?
Well, let me find out. Who is the current CEO of Amazon?
But like when you say CEO of Twitch, I'm like, so he doesn't own Twitch. Just like,
well, Amazon owns Twitch, but Twitch still has its own CEO. Oh, it's Andy Jassy is the CEO of Amazon. That's right. Yeah, Bezos is not technically running the show anymore.
But doesn't he still just like he still owns it?
Yeah, he still owns it.
Like,
he's just not the guy in the seat.
CEO is like a job.
Yeah, the job that a robot can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the fall guy, basically. Just be like, when something goes bad.
They're the guy that gets all the millions in bonuses when they lay off a bunch of people and pay them dog dirt wages.
And also, this is the guy you blame for like why everything went so south.
Yeah, when the stock price tanks, it's the CEO's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Jeff.
But when it goes up, he gets the bonuses.
It wasn't this guy. It wasn't Jeff Bezos. It was, the CEO. I gave him this job. He had responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, and meanwhile, Bezos is waiting for his rocket to be done so he can leave this place. Like all billionaires are trying to do.
Goodness gracious.
Tricky, welcome to it. Oh, I hope you saw it. We just covered some GTA news that you posted, Tricky. Thanks for contributing. Appreciate it.
What were we talking about before that?
Oh, we're talking about this CEO failing his Twitch partnership.
Yeah.
And then before that, we talked about GTA 5 and GTA Online and their AI. Yeah, he was just highlighting that it's difficult. But he did post his rejection letter right to Twitter, which was like nice for clarity's sake, I suppose. It's just nice to see a CEO doing stuff like that, even if it is mostly probably just PR BS.
Right. Yeah. Try to save some face, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting your letter on, in public for everybody.
Yeah. Oh boy. And then oh wait, hey, The Rise of Kong. Did you hear about this awesome game?
The Rise of Kong. No, tell me about it.
Yeah. This is the best game to come out in probably our whole lifetimes. Not really though. It's doing horribly. It's supposed to be a very awful game. And it's getting panned just all over the place for being a rush job and being like barely complete as a functioning game.
Yeah, it's kind of like how in 2020 Cyberpunk, people were just like posting, all the videos, glitches, Cyberpunk 20. Yeah. So this is the new one. Because it looks.
Yeah, but it does look really awful from the screenshots and the clips that I've seen. It does look truly like a not good game.
Yeah, I don't know what they were. I think this was probably supposed to just be like a mobile game, but for some reason they published it to, all the big platforms.
Yeah.
When it was definitely not a AAA game for a franchise, because I guess this is supposed to tie into like the new Godzilla franchise from Legendary, and so I'm not sure what they were thinking. So funny.
Yeah. But then there's an interesting kind of backlash happening where it's getting like reverse review bombed, apparently to make sure that Gollum is still the worst game of the year. So people are leaving positive reviews on this, or at least not entirely awful reviews on this, just to make sure that Gollum still gets named the worst game of the year. Because Gollum, I think, was a bigger disappointment for people. This Kong game was kind of a rush job that I don't think was on a lot of people's radars. So I don't think there was a lot of expectation build up to be disappointed by. But the Gollum game had a couple years of expectation and then let everybody down. So it seems to be that gamers are so mad they're going to make sure that Kong is not the worst game of the year, so that Gollum is.
Wow. I've never seen like
a reverse review bomb.
Yeah, like that doesn't even happen in movies. Like, who can rush to the bottom first?
Yeah, who can make the worst game this year? And then people just go out to buy it to see how bad it is. Let's hope we don't get there.
What are the for movies like? I forget what they're called. What are they for? Like
flops?
No, not like they actually give them awards.
Like the Razzies.
The Razzies. Yep.
The Razzies.
I think Halle Berry. She was just like proud to win a Razzie because of her performance in Catwoman.
Yeah.
And she
boy.
She owned it. She was just like, yeah, I'm proud to have this. That movie was that movie was a piece of shit. I was just there and
collected that paycheck.
Yep. And so yeah, Michael You gotta admire actors who do that. I think
Yeah.
Michael Caine, he's just like, I was in Jaws 4. That that paid for my house.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's gonna be a competition for like the worst video game. Gollum
Yeah.
versus Kong.
Yeah. Who knows? Hey, but from awful games to games that are doing well, this week also there was a thank you from the game Lies of P, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. It's this Souls-like with the puppet theme, the puppet-themed Souls-like game.
Yes, I definitely do
Yeah.
want to play that game as well. Gosh.
Yeah. They've hit 1 million copies sold, so they posted a thank you this week on their Twitter.
I'm a From Software kind of guy, so I love those.
Yeah.
Those Dark Soul likes, and this. I've been watching lots and lots of videos on this one, so man, I want to play it. And it's got a great story. It is basically just the story of Pinocchio. But apparently,
Oh, nice.
Geppetto created a, where there are just like, automatons, robots, just like walking around. And
Yeah.
the story gets super weird, where like the Blue Fairy is like this actual entity who is, controlling a lot of stuff. So it looks cool.
Yikes.
It looks cool. And then apparently they're even teasing, so apparently they're teasing since, Pinocchio is a free domain type of property. They can do that with a lot of stuff. So they teased Dorothy from
the
Wizard of Oz. So
yeah,
apparently the sequel will be about the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah, that could be interesting. As a game like this, whoa. Let's just make a Souls game for every public domain fairy tale we know.
I mean, why not? They're free.
Yeah, it could work. It could work. Richard says, super weird. Mike Young's been watching a lot of Liza P. Yeah, the friend of the Geknip Gang, Bone Junkie, has been playing a lot of it on his channel. It's, it looks like a solid game of this type, which I don't prefer to play, but they can be fun to watch. Like, the graphic styles and the settings and the enemies, the way they set them up and the way they design them is kind of sometimes gruesome, but pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's like, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. And I like them because, I don't know, I like to punish myself.
Yeah, just like that frustration.
Yeah, and I was telling one of our friends the other day, just like once you beat that boss, like after hours of like fighting the same damn enemy, once you beat them, it's like it's like the best feeling. So lots of frustration, but the payoff is fantastic. So yeah, I definitely want to play Liza P.
Liza P. Minnelli. Liza... Who's Liza P? Just kidding. I'm sorry. The dad joke's in me. Let's see. We go shimmy over to some upcoming trailer releases for video games from there. We got the big one this week, I think, for me anyway, is City Skylines. They did drop a new trailer just the other day from Paradox Entertainment. I'll put it up on screen there. It's looking real nice. The hubbub coming out around it is all about performance and them rushing it maybe a little too much and releasing it before it was quite ready. But it's looking just fantastic for a city builder. I love City Skylines, the first one. But I've been hearing some rumblings that maybe it's not quite polished, but part of me is like, well, what do we expect these days? This is just kind of how it goes. They get the game out when they get it out, and then they keep it up for as long as they keep it up. But at least we know with Paradox and City Skylines, I mean, they kept adding to the first game for 10 years or more, I think. So I'm sure the support will be there for this game as they go, hopefully.
Right.
Um,
It looks really nice.
it's looking smooth as can be on these previews, but these are, you know, specifically captured.
Yeah. I guess the only thing I would worry about is just like, you know, glitches. Like,
Yeah.
I'm playing this game and like it just crashes.
Yeah. And there's been some talk of like low frame rates at once the cities start getting to the larger sizes, having it affect frame rates and things like that. But I haven't played it yet, so I couldn't say for myself. But we'll see how it goes. And I think the console release is delayed. Was that this game or another game? I need to look. Oh, let's finish watching the trailer though, before I switch away. City Skylines Discord is all about discussing performance right now, says Richard Huntington. Yeah, and that seems to be the online buzz too. It's all performance concerns, but those tend to get worked out. So I think, you know, it'll be what it is. But I don't think that Paradox is gonna just abandon the project and not.
It still looks really good. The mode where you can just like take control of, you know, an actual city, like they said, like, you know, take control of Tokyo, take control of New York City. That looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, and Richard confirms, yeah, the console version is delayed until spring of 2024. That was some of the complaints I was seeing too, is not having the console version out right away. But, you know, us console plebes will just have to wait.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, did you ever play the SimCities?
Oh yeah, I was big on SimCity way back, like elementary school, turn of the century, man. Yeah, I was playing SimCity. We had one computer in our school that you could use on your lunch break after you were done eating lunch. If you signed up in time and got time on it, you could do like 10 minutes at a time, and they had SimCity on that. So I would play SimCity as much as possible.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I definitely had in my father's office when I was just, I don't know, just a little kid. He had SimCity 2000, I think, on there. I would just play the hell out of that.
Yeah, those games were great. They were just fantastic.
So fun.
Let's see, other trailers. We got an Invincible trailer too. We could transition into some TV talk and some movie talk. We got a movie trailer to watch as well. But Invincible is one we've talked about on this very show before. Cartoon series on Amazon Prime. A little bit bloody here on the trailer too, by the way. It's cartoon blood. It's cartoon blood.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that one's bloody.
It's a violent show though. It's not for kids. But season 2 is on its way. It's looking pretty good to me. The first season is quite impactful.
Put me back out there.
Invincible, great show. So fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm curious to see what they'll do with season 2.
You're way too good for me.
Got J.K. Simmons, Stephen Yeun as Invincible.
And parodies of all the superheroes you've known and loved all your life. Just some really good parodies of all of them. Getting into some very adult situations. Looking forward to it, though. I don't know. I'm going to boost forward a little to the release date. At the end. Invincible, November 3rd. There we go. That's when it releases. Looking forward to watching that. And then there was one more trailer we got. I don't know if you've seen this. This is I didn't see many trailers this week. And of course, if anybody's got any to contribute, feel free. Join the Discord. Post your trailers throughout the week as we're going along. And that's what we decide to talk about, is basically what the people are talking about in the Discord.
I've got one, maybe, called The Beekeeper.
Oh, we watched that one a couple weeks ago with Jason Statham.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, we watched that one a couple weeks ago. That's a good one. That looks good. a very Jason Statham movie. Okay. But this new one, Monarch, this Godzilla movie, is, I believe, in the series of Godzillas and King Kongs that have been coming out for the last decade or so, right? This is still continuing that same series?
Yeah, they did the... They're building up this universe, which I really like. I kind of like it, so...
Yeah.
because I love Godzilla. I love me some Godzilla. And
Also, Anders Holmvik from Workaholics is in this, and I haven't really seen him in much since Workaholics. So I was really glad to see him in this trailer.
I saw that too, and I was just like, "Wait,
Durs, what are you doing, Durs?
is it Anders?"
It's Anders, man. But also Kurt Russell and his son, not Jack Russell, but Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell, yeah.
Wyatt
They're
Russell.
playing the same character, so Wyatt Russell is like supposed to be
Oh, they are?
younger him.
Oh.
Jack Russell is, older him.
Well, that's fun. Oh, and also John Goodman is back, because he was in the Kong movie.
Yeah.
And I think this other guy is like got to be the young John Goodman then. I was wondering that, but I didn't catch that Kurt and his son were playing the same character. That's cool. That's good casting. Somebody was thinking that one through. That's funny. So is Durs somebody from the other movies? Anders, do you know? Is he the young version of somebody?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
I was gonna say like if they find a way to like put Goldie Hawn in here,
Yeah. Yeah, make Goldie Hawn somebody in this.
that'd be fantastic.
There's Godzilla. Oh, man. It is always nice to see Godzilla on the big screen, though. It's always fun. Toker, welcome to it. That's Monarch. And that says it's only coming... It does not say theatrical release on that. So I think that's only on Apple TV Plus, which I'm upset about because I don't have a subscription to that or a shared password to that.
Oh darn. Well, maybe you and I can talk later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got one? That'd be great. I got some passwords I could swap you. I think I've got one of yours already, and you've got none of mine.
Yeah.
Am I coming through okay on the Discord? I'm not seeing my green ring all the time. Is it cutting me out?
A little tiny bit.
Okay. You're still hearing me okay, though?
Yeah.
Cool.
Napoleon, that's another trailer.
Yeah, did we... Oh, you know, this is trailer number 2. When did this come out? 4 days ago. Oh, this is this week. There you go. Napoleon trailer. This is Joaquin Phoenix playing Napoleon.
Yeah.
And it's looking intense. This is Joaquin at his epic leading man-est. Epic leadingest manest.
Yep, directed by Ridley Scott.
Oh, it's a Ridley Scott. I did not even catch that when I was looking at these trailers.
Yep.
Oh, that's excellent. I love me a Ridley Scott. But Joaquin Phoenix, always good. Always good to watch, I think. I always enjoy him in things. And this one, you know, historical epics like this. I think there was a Napoleon movie in maybe the 90s, 80s. But I've not... none that I've seen. I haven't really seen the historical epic fiction movie Napoleon story yet. So, could be pretty great. This lady looks promiscuous. Oh, yikes. Keep your legs together, ma'am. Ridley Scott's got a great list. There it is. Oh, they just... Yeah. He's got a great list of movies under his belt.
I will win by fire. I am destined for greatness.
Yeah, it's I'm wondering when they filmed this. They must have filmed this like at least a year ago, before the strikes.
I'll look it up after this trailer. Crowning himself.
Because, gosh, look at all this production.
Yeah.
You want to be great. You are nothing without me. Say it.
Ooh. Vanessa Kirby. I don't know if I'm familiar with her.
Vanessa Kirby. She was in one of the Fast and Furiouses. She was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was, what's her name? She was the brother of Jason Statham's character in Hobbs and Shaw.
Mine.
Oh, okay. The sister?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know that. I just remember that.
Well, there you go.
She's the British actress.
Napoleon. Phoenix was good in Gladiator, Mike Young. Yeah, he was fantastic in Gladiator. And he's really good in most everything he's in. I watched one not long ago. It was on Prime, and it was him as the a cartoonist. Oh, shoot. I'll look it up in a sec. But first, when was Napoleon... filmed. See if I can find it really quick. Cut down his shooting. Large battle sequences. 62 days. They filmed it in 62 days.
Whoa.
I just saw that on here. Shoot the entire film into 62 days, a remarkably short shooting schedule for a project whose runtime is over 2.5 hours. So there you go. He began focusing on Napoleon the same day as the previous film, Last Duel, wrapped shooting. Wow. He's just back-to-back knocking these movies out.
Dang.
This doesn't say when those 62 days were, though. Having 11 to 14 cameras, we shot it in 62 days. And now he's doing Gladiator 2 in 54 days. Oh my god, this guy doesn't stop.
Wow. Crazy.
Clever. He's just buddying up on the cameras, getting as many as he can in there so he doesn't have to do multiple takes. Which, I mean, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, Ridley Scott, he's
been doing it long enough. I mean,
and he did direct directed one of my favorite movies ever, Alien.
Yeah.
So I'll never not go to Ridley Scott.
2 months to make a 2.5-hour Napoleon epic. That's impressive.
I also like Joaquin Phoenix. He was a good Joker.
Yeah.
Though that movie was.
Oh yeah, I just rewatched Joker not long ago actually, and that sequel's coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2024.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Joker 2 release date October 4th. Oh, we got a year to go. We still have a year on that. It's October 4th next year.
Dang it.
Sheesh.
Oh wow.
Is it still filming? I thought they were done filming. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I think they wrapped Lady Gaga. I think that's what I saw, is that she was wrapped. Like they're done filming her parts.
Yeah, because I did see a photo of her as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Pull that up real quick.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. She is so
Looking interesting. The first one was it's like a weird movie to watch, but I like watching it. I like the weirdness. I like that kind of weirdness, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel bad for watching it, but
yeah,
you still kind of like it. Oh,
why am I watching this guy? Why am I watching this guy? What does chat think about here? Why did people like the Joker movie? According to Warner... Oh, no.
And I like her because she just looks very different from the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn.
Yeah. She looks like she fits in this Joker world. The audience often sympathizes with the Joker because he was not inherently bad to begin with. Circumstances made him into a monster. The movie is also praised for its portrayal of mental illness and how it can affect people's lives. Interesting.
Okay.
It was a movie that garnered both controversy and acclaim for its dark psychological drama.
Yeah, she looks awesome.
Failed comedian who descends into madness and becomes the infamous villain Joker. The movie is unique in that it doesn't include any heroes, costumes, or action, but instead follows an unreliable narrator whose sad and lonely existence fostered the rise of the Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the sort of the movie version of the Joker. I think the canonized Joker was The Killing Joke, where he was a comedian who kind of just got messed up in organized crime and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with the Joker is the whole thing with The Killing Joke, which is a brilliant book, was there's a hint that the Joker is a unreliable narrator, so you don't even think that he's telling the truth.
He's probably full of it.
He's probably not telling the truth. This is a lie.
Yeah. It's the story in his head. Here's that picture of Lady Gaga. I've got it up on screen for people to see. That's her in Joker 2 as Harley
Yeah, she looks
Quinn,
awesome.
the love interest of the Joker. Mike Young and Toker say they didn't get through the Joker. Yeah, it's, like I say, weird to watch. It's not for everybody for sure. And I can see how it would be kind of hard to get through.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Also, it doesn't help that they put like a song from a pedophile in the movie.
oh, whoops, which song?
The forgot what it's called. It's like the dun dun when he's going down the stairs.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that about that song. Well, all right then.
Yeah, that guy is a
He's known for it. I gotcha.
yeah, genuine convicted pedophile.
Well,
So, but they put that
so
song.
there you go.
They put that song in the movie probably because of that.
I see. Huh. Okay. Well,
Yeah, well.
with that,
Well.
no, that's actually the end of all of our links and stuff that we had for this week.
Yeah.
Quality cringe, depression central, Toker. Yeah, it is a depressing movie. It is kind of depressing watching the Joker kind of sink into that madness. Definitely.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is. I felt like I did like the Joker, but I felt like it could probably talk about mental illness in a more meaningful way rather than just kind of like, using,
Semi-glorifying it.
yeah, glorifying it, like using it just like, oh, this is why he's killing people. It's mental illness. It's like, well, why wasn't there something to talk about, like, how you can help mental illness
Yeah.
instead of that?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
They did give it a little bit to Thomas Wayne in that, saying he could be doing more to help, and him coming back with his, like, hollow billionaire, I am helping, but
Right.
in his own billionaire way sort of stuff.
And that,
They did go into it a little bit, but it was more
I
about
like,
Joker. Just
yeah. I like that. You're like, oh, Thomas Wayne was probably not like this kind of guy. He seemed kind
yeah.
of like a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah. And they had the whole thing about was he his son or not? Was the Joker Thomas Wayne's illegitimate son or not? And how they did a good job, I thought, of just making that seem like the kind of thing that could definitely be his mother's delusion that she passed on to him, but also could definitely be Thomas Wayne just being totally full of BS about the whole thing and trying to cover it up,
Yeah, and I thought the point with it was either way, if he was or wasn't his dad, he was still like, Thomas Wayne, like he had like so much money and influence
Yeah.
with the
He could be
city.
doing more for the community.
So yeah, he could have helped him. So I think that's
Yeah.
why that's pretty much why Arthur's anger manifested.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Well, there you go.
There you go.
Joker 2.
Joker 2. I want to see how a Harley Quinn, Harlan Quinzel, how she gets mixed up with this dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
how,
that'll be interesting.
like how and why.
We still have another year to wait and find out, though.
And it's also
Another year.
And it's going to be a musical.
Is it?
That's what they said. There's going to be a musical.
Oh, I missed that. That's interesting. Yikes.
So they're going to be singing.
I hope they pick their music better this time. Oh man. Well, what have you been watching and playing this week then, AC Gamer? And also chat, feel free to let us know wherever you're watching out there. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you've been watching, what you've been playing this week while we talk about it a little here right now. Feel free. But AC Gamer, yeah, what's been on your plate this week?
Well, I finished up watching Castlevania Nocturne.
Oh, nice.
Yes, very, very great. It is.
How did it wrap up as well, it was a whole season of stuff?
Yes.
How did it wrap up? How well did it wrap up, I should say.
No,
Not specifically how.
Well, it wrapped up. It wrapped up to be like they're definitely doing more
Okay, nice.
because it was, like I said last week, a prequel to Symphony of the Night, and
Yeah. They could just cover that whole game storyline in a season or two, probably.
yeah. No, Alucard shows up
Oh, excellent.
as does Dracula and
Yeah.
his wife Maria. Yep. So I won't.
Maria?
Yeah.
That's his wife's name?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
Well,
the woman he fell in love with.
okay.
Anyways, I won't spoil anything else to there because
Roger that.
most of the story is about Belmont finding the this new like vampire messiah, as she calls herself.
Wow.
But no, it's really good.
Cool.
The other show I watched was Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah. How's that one been?
It's really, really good. I really like it. It's fun. It's not super scary. It's mostly just like mystery, kind of like the CW shows,
Okay. Yeah.
like Supernatural or Riverdale. So if you have a craving for that kind of thing, it's like those. You like the characters. It does get a little dark. Like
Yeah.
like there's like definitely some murder going on, and
Yeah, it's got Justin Long in it, who I love to watch, but he's after what, Barbarian and then this, he's got like a creepy horror show streak sort of building up in his movie career, which is interesting because he's usually so goofy and lighthearted and like dorky side character type.
I don't know. He's been building that up. I remember when I went to with one of our good friends who went to go to like this indie movie in downtown. We watched Tusk by Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, he was in that too, huh?
Yeah, which was just such a bizarre movie.
Huh.
And so
Wow.
I guess that I don't know. After that, he was just like, I'm all in on horror movies.
Yeah, that's my thing now. Well, good for him.
I'm not in those, comedic side character kind of, movies
I'm not just a side dork anymore. I'm a scary guy.
in this weird stuff. So no, but
He's a good actor, though. I like him in just about everything I've ever seen him in.
he is.
I can't think of something I didn't like him in.
He is a great actor. Yeah, and in Goosebumps, he plays like basically like the main villain. Well, not villain, I guess the antagonist.
Oh, okay.
Um, so what happens is like he gets possessed by a ghost, and so like the ghost is kind of manipulating everything that's going on in this town.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. I recommend
Nice. Excellent. What you been playing anything? Or watching anything else?
it. Man, I'm still just working my way through Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I'm not gonna get another game until I can finish this Baldur's Gate 3. Which I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to. I think
Nice.
in a week I can knock it out. If I
Well, heck yeah.
but that's the thing is because there's these other games I like to play. The My Hero Ultimate Rumble, which is the battle royale game, set in My Hero Academia.
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about that one too.
Yeah,
Been playing that a little?
I've been playing that, and it's really fun because I don't know they know how to push the right buttons where you just log on and they give you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I am I'm hopeful for this game. hopefully they add like new characters and heroes and costumes because that's kind of the thing that will sink or swim one of these kind of games. Kind of like Fortnite, where it's just like you just want me
Yeah.
to keep playing. It's just like I don't want to pay any money for this because it was free, but you know, give me rewards the more I play. So yeah, I've been playing a bit of that. Baldur's Gate 3. What else? Um, yeah, nothing else.
Nice.
A little bit of Mortal Kombat 1, I think. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I did play a little bit of Mortal Kombat.
Gotta beat them up sometimes.
Yeah, and I think I have to play a bit more of that because there's a reward at the end of October that's just like
Ooh.
the season where you can get this scorpion costume,
Nice.
which is like, okay, gosh dang it. These games, they give you incentive just like, oh man, I gotta play it.
Yeah, Mikey in the chat says he also played Diablo 4 Season 2, which is good, and he's been playing some Starfield, but then enamored with Ultima Online, so both are on the back burner. Yeah, that one. Those old classics will suck you back in. That's great. Richard's been playing No Man's Sky and watching this week's episodes of Quantum Leap and Magnum PI. Are those the new series then, Richard? You said this week's episode. Those are both new current series running, right? Remake series? I believe so. How are those going? And then Mike Young says he's also been watching Miami Vice reruns on Prime. That's excellent. That's excellent. Miami Vice, Magnum PI, and Quantum Leap. What year is it?
Yeah.
Toker's been playing Age of Wonders and Planetfall and Bomber Crew. Awesome.
Yeah. So, what do you think? I mean, we're still in October, but what do you think is going to be your game of the year so far?
Oh man, Spider-Man's really the only thing. Well, Halls of Torment was very satisfying to play. I'll tell you that. But I don't know, Spider-Man's probably going to take it. I mean, I just love the web swinging and the punching so much.
Spider-Man.
Punching those bad guys and kicking them, throwing them up in the air, sticking them to a wall, swinging them around over my head. It's so good, It's just so good. That's all.
I think, gosh, it's going to be a tie for me. I don't. It's going to be a tie between Baldur's Gate and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like those two games. I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet, so might be a three-way for those guys, but I don't know. Gosh. So many good games this year.
It's been pretty solid. Plus that God of War game came out this year, right? Did it not? Or was that last year? But that was supposed to be pretty good.
God of War?
Wasn't there a God of War? Like a sequel?
No.
No? Was it last year?
Yeah. Oh, last year. It was last year.
Well, shoot, man. I'm way behind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. It was the end of last year. See, I've been not playing games for a while.
Yeah,
that's all.
Naughty Dog hasn't put out anything this year, so maybe next year Naughty Dog will put out.
Let's see what Naughty Dog is up to. They're working on multiple games, including a new project in a beloved franchise, and that's it.
Yeah, people are expecting either they're probably going to put out Last of Us Part 3, or they might even put out Uncharted, starring Nathan Drake's daughter, since they were kind of hinting at that at the end of the last game.
I'd play more Uncharted. Those games were fantastic.
Yeah, Uncharted is fun. Yeah, so either that or probably, Last of Us 3, because I'm sure they were like, so we're making the show, so you better make more materials. We can catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, crank out some more, man.
Even though that Last of Us 2 probably could fill up at least a couple of seasons.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, I didn't see much of the second one. I'm pretty familiar with the first one. Second one, I didn't see a lot of.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, Last of Us 2 goes places. It goes places, dude. So maybe you should play
Well, maybe I will someday. I mean, I like Uncharted well enough, but I feel like The Last of Us would be maybe a little too slow and zombie-ish for me. You know? With that play style, I can do it. I'm okay doing it with an Uncharted type of game, but a zombie game where there's a lot of sneaking away from these creepy crawlies, that's not going to hold my interest. That's kind of why I've never really gone for it, because I just don't feel like that's going to do it for me.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of cutscenes where you're just like sitting around and being sad.
Yeah. 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 Plus, zombie stuff was oversaturated a decade ago, and they didn't really stop making it even then. They still make zombie stuff all the time.
Well, although in this one, there's not too many zombies, to be honest. It's mostly just like other like people, like tribes. It's like this cult.
But just as a setting, like a zombie world, you know, like, oh, we're in a world of zombies. Oh, again? Okay. Well, what are these zombies like? You gotta hit them in the head, or you gotta... Are they fast zombies? Are they slow zombies? Can they go out in the daytime? Who cares?
Dang it.
I'm tired of the zombies. I've seen all the zombies. We've seen them all.
Dang mushroom zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I understand it's very popular. People like it, and I just haven't really experienced it, and that's fine. I'm not trying to say it's bad. That's why I haven't gotten into it personally. That's all. Boom. Well, there you go. I think that'll do it. You think? Anything else we should cover for this week's Jolt?
Ooh, I don't think so. I think we covered it all, dude.
Nice. Heck yeah. Checking the chat. Chatting about games. Excellent. Starfield. Yeah, Starfield. Starfield sounds like the hype's kind of died off. I don't really hear much about it these days. But it's still out there.
Yeah, neither. Because, you know, it's got its supporters and people are playing it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about Starfield.
Had some patches out. It's a Bethesda game. It's out there. It exists. Cool. Alright, well, we can wrap it up there. Thanks everybody for coming along, of course. Glad to have you here with us on another episode of Jolt. We're doing it once a week pretty regularly. It's been Sundays. That seems to be where it's kind of settled, and that's fine with me. Seems to work. But we appreciate you coming along, chatting along, joining us for the discussion, of course. Feel free to join the Discord server. That's where we post up the links and talk about the news in between streams. And I'm also going to be streaming some more Spider-Man 2 tonight, right here on this channel. So feel free to join me for that. I'm going to try to, if possible, I'm going to try to finish up the storyline, but I don't know exactly how much storyline I have left in the main storyline of the game. I've been trying to do real minimal side questing and map cleanup stuff and just go straight through the storyline on stream so that I can get through it. So we'll try for that tonight, but if we don't have time to finish the storyline, then it'll be another stream later this week where we finish it. So join me for that. And AC, do you have any plans to stream this week?
I love you.
What? Do you have any plans to stream this week, though?
Wait, sorry, you cut off. What did you say?
Oh, I was asking if you had any plans to stream this week.
Oh,
I think Discord.
You never know. Tune in. Subscribe to our channel.
Hell yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Hit that like button on the way out. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Sorry. You cut off like at the right, like the last one.